Hello everyone. Junior Dragon is an animated movie released in 2010 and it's a great movie. Its plot is it is in a village called Bark in a long time ago where there are these dragons who steal sheep and foods from this island and the people of Bark, the Vikings, try to stop the dragons and thus they're in a war for a long time. There is Hiccup, who tries to shoot down a dragon because he wants to kill it to make his father proud. And this is the Night Fury, who Hiccup shoots down. And after shooting him down, he understands that he shouldn't have because the dragon was actually innocent. And then he names the dragon Toothless because he has irreplaceable teeth. But uh, Toothless spared him instead of killing him as he was human. And then, eventually, Hiccup and Toothless became friends, and Hiccup helped him to recover from his wounds. And, but things got worse when Toothless was captured by the Vikings, who found out about their friendship, and then Toothless, Vikings took Toothless to the dragon's nest, where there are a lot of dragons, so that the Vikings could kill the dragons and stop the war. And as for Hiccup, he is on his island, and everyone is very frustrated at him because he befriended a dragon, couldn't kill it. Later, fast forward, Hiccup persuades other friends that the dragons are not bad because they were actually innocent, and he goes there and frees Toothless, who was captured earlier, and there was this big dragon called the Red Teeth who was forcing other dragons to steal food from Bark because the it was actually a bad dragon, but the other dragons are actually innocent, so they didn't do anything. They were forced to do so. And after Hiccup and Toothless stopped the dragon, killed it, there was peace in Bark, and the Vikings understood that the dragons are actually misunderstood creatures and they're gentle. And if they're tamed, they could become good friends. So, in the end, the dragons and the Vikings become friends. As for the character, there's Hiccup, who is a bit different from other Vikings. And as a Viking, he is very bad at dragon fighting, and his father, Stoic, is frustrated at him because he is strong, but Hiccup is not a great Viking. And so Hiccup tries to make his father proud and tries to kill a dragon, but who, but his father thinks he's a liability. So, but after shooting down Toothless, he understands that the dragons are not bad, and he understands his mistakes. So he lets him go, and after a while they become friends and understands that everything they knew was wrong. The dragons would be good friends with them if they behaved better with them, if they didn't fight a war. Toothless is the dragon who is very cute and his design is great. And after Toothless, Hiccup frees Toothless from after shot him down, they eventually became friends, and Toothless trusted in him as a friend. And Toothless has many facial expressions as a dragon. He is the main dragon of this movie, and he is very his design is really great. He can smile, he can be angry, he can have a lot of facial expressions which other characters don't have. And in the beginning, when Toothless was shot down by Hiccup, he lost his tail, which Hiccup replaced by a prosthetic one. And in the climax, when Hiccup and Toothless fought the Red Teeth, Hiccup lost his leg, which was replaced by a prosthetic one. So they became very similar, as from the beginning they were different. And Toothless was the fastest dragon on the island. So they became friends forever. Because Father Stoic is the chief of Bark and he has many responsibilities, but he cares for his son Hiccup. And in the end, when climax, when Hiccup brought other dragons to fight the Red Teeth and save the Vikings, because the Red Teeth was too powerful for them to conquer, Stoic understood that he shouldn't have misjudged his son, misunderstood him, because he neglected him the whole movie. So he said he was proud to call him his son. He is a good Viking and he is sorry for everything, which was a beautiful moment for Hiccup and Stoic. Astrid is Hiccup's friend who was very good at dragon fighting. And Astrid was the first one to find out about Toothless and Hiccup's friendship. And but after Hiccup showed Astrid that what good the world would be if we became friends with the dragons, that we could fly in the sky, this beautiful scene, then Astrid slowly understood that the dragons could be their friends and they could make a better world with them. And when Hiccup was at his lowest point, Astrid inspired him that Hiccup was different from the Vikings, and that is why he didn't kill Toothless as for the first Viking in 300 years, because he was different. He wasn't a coward, so he should do something for Toothless, who was captured. And at that point, nobody else was supporting Hiccup, so she was a great friend to him. The other characters are great. Gober is Stoic's friend, best friend, and he's a great fighter. And there is Fishlegs, Roughnet, Toughnut, and Snotlout, who are in the Dragon Training Academy, and they all supported Hiccup after they realized that dragons are not actually bad, and they all had their mm, dragons in the end of the film, and they went to the dragon's nest to help Hiccup free Toothless. Soundtrack. This movie has a great soundtrack. Uh, got the Academy Award nomination for the Best Original Score. It was done by John Powell, and it has some great iconic tracks like the test drive scene when Hiccup and Toothless flew together for the first time, and it was a great scene and a great piece of music. There is Forbidden Friendship when Hiccup and Toothless first became friends, and Hiccup touched him for the first time, and Toothless trusted him to be a friend in return. And the romantic fight is when Hiccup and Toothless takes Astrid to the sky and fly around this island when she finds out about Toothless. And this was a warm music and very beautiful music and very beautiful scene as the animation and the soundtrack. The storytelling is a simple movie with a simple plot, but the execution is really great. The pacing is good. Like at first, Hiccup shoots down Toothless and then frees him, and then they slowly become friends. It takes a lot of days, a few weeks, in because it is realistic, so it takes time. Eh, because friendship doesn't build on a day; it's a slow thing. There are moments when there's very little script and speech, but only music and visuals, which makes it easier to focus. And it is beautiful as like they don't tell what is happening, we just see it. And, in this movie, every little moment is important, like when Toothless blasts this dragon in his mouth, and then Hiccup understands that the dragons are not fire on the inside. And in climax, Toothless fired the red teeth in his mouth, and then the red teeth died because of this scene. It's very important scene, but it's very little. The animation and design as 2010's animated movie, it is really good, maybe one of the best at that time. Like this scene, this is very beautiful. This is the poster. There is much detail in this picture, and Toothless street design is great, I said, and the other dragon design are also good. There are skies and sunset, which is really wonderful to look at. And there is reflection in their eyes. You can see the reflection of the forest when Toothless looks at it in his eyes. The moral theme. It's a great movie. It doesn't need morals, but as Hiccup was different and he wasn't like the other Vikings. So he slowly, and that is why he couldn't kill Toothless, and slowly became friends with a dragon, which was his supposed enemy, because he was not a coward, but he understood the thing that the dragons aren't bad, but the other Vikings were so busy at fighting them that they wouldn't understand. And Hiccup was the first Viking to not to kill a dragon, even having the chance, and he flew a dragon for the first time as Viking. So it is really, really great that even if he is different, even if he is not very strong, he is a great Viking because he doesn't need to be strong or kill dragons to be great. As conclusion, this movie is really great. And the animation, the design, the execution, the pacing, everything is great. The soundtrack is one of the best. And it's directed by Dean DeBlois and it's DreamWorks animation movie. And Jay Baruchel did a great voice acting. And it got the award for Academy Award Best Nominated Feature nomination and for Best Original Score nomination. And I think it is one of the best animated movies I have seen. Thank you.